Yeah.
Welcome to the week thus far, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on this cold, ice rainy night. We got a great show for you tonight. Our guests are Scott and Yanin from Soap Scum, as well as our musical guest is known as The Fantastic.
The Fantastic.
But first and foremost, as you may or may not know, we have gotten rid of our old ball coach.
He was
not
old.
by choice. He was getting up there.
He was crusty. Let's get a new guy in here.
You ever been to his apartment? You'll know Krusty. So basically, we're trying out new people every week, and now we got the unofficial 5th roommate of the Comedy House, my man Jordan Wellwood.
There he is. Unofficial. It means I don't pay rent or tax.
Yeah, if couch surfing were a real sport, you'd be the...
I'd be the guy that won all those Tour de France's.
One of the famous one of the... All right.
Sleep on couches, we get it, Dan.
Stacy Peralta or something like that.
Is that from a girl sport that you watch? I don't. Who's that?
I think that's from Dog. He invented skateboarding, so I thought.
Okay, well, thanks for dropping that knowledge on me. I appreciate it.
You asked. Thanks for asking, Ralphie.
Okay. You say it like it's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing because you know what? I get told that I look like a lot of things.
Like what?
And I would
like you get told you look like things. I get told I look like characters.
Which is better.
Yeah, because they're people.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Like Dan, you look like a lampshade. Like that's way worse than you look like a guy from a movie.
Sometimes I get Art Garfunkel with AIDS.
He doesn't have AIDS?
I don't know. I never really noticed.
Okay.
I just know he's very pale, much like I am.
Yeah.
Sometimes another one, Corey from Boy Meets World.
With a cold sore?
Yeah, that's right.
There's always got to be something with it.
There's got to... Actually, I think I used to say Corey from Boy Meets World if his hair was made of piss.
Oh, wow. The guy from Space Jam, the tall blue guy, but you're not blue?
Instead, I'm just another unnatural shade.
Yeah, it's yellow, white.
Now, Jordan, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself? What kind of things do you like?
I'm a young, strapping young man. I'm good at things. That's a loaded question, Dan.
So far, your answer's terrible.
Yeah, appreciate it. I was in much training as you. Oh, man, I was, I do stand-up comedy. I'm a writer on the show. You may remember me from the funny sketches. The ones that made you laugh.
Now, you and T-Pain, T-Pain was on the show, there he is over there.
T-Pain was a dark time for all of us. I agree.
You and T-Pain are naturals together. You were in our Halloween episode, Weaking Dead.
Yes.
We actually shot an old man who was raking his yard, and it was amazing.
We did that day of. He was an actual neighbor, and you weren't supposed to bring that up, so thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, I love working with all these guys. It's fun times. It's hilarious.
Well, we're all about teamwork here week thus far. When you got here this evening, Jordan didn't have a shirt, so Chad, who co-hosted last week, Chad coughed up a shirt and a tie.
His clothes that he was wearing.
Working in all day.
He gave them to me.
And then Chad also spilt a little bit of gravy on the tie before he...
Thanks for pointing that out to everyone on TV. Considerably less gravy than my actual tie would have had I gone home to change, so.
Fair enough. And you know what? We all took turns trying to suck it out, so, there's not much of a stain left.
All right. It's got a little DNA on it. That's great. Appreciate it. I now look like a knife salesman or the manager of a Rutgers. I would not have chosen this tie shirt combo.
With an unhealthy passion for gravy.
Yes, exactly.
All right, well, it's time for the news.
Let's do this.
Almost. We'll be back with the news.
Back with the news. Can I say it too?
Tyler Penner. He's quit smoking cigarettes 82 times. He yells at his TV and expects a response. He borrowed his friend's steel-toed boots for work by stealing them. Tyler Penner is the most regular jack-off in the world.
I don't normally drink beer, but when I do, I'll have about 18.
Now, why do people like birthday birthdays so much? You like birthdays, don't you? Do you like birthday parties? You like birthday cake? Well, Saturday, December 8th, at the gas station theater, Crumbs turns 15 years old, Outside Joke turns 10 years old, and they're having a double birthday party of improv gorgeousness. Improv comedy, improv theater, improv birthday cake. Oh my god, you gotta come. Gas Station Theater, Saturday, December 8th.
Deer and Almond, listed as one of the best new restaurants in Canada 2012. Bistro-style tapas, wine, lunch, or dinner. 85 Princess Street in the heart of the Exchange.
Ladies and gentlemen, if Stephen Harper and I made a pot of gravy and then poured it all over ourselves in downtown Winnipeg, that'd make the news! It's time for the news! Denny's opened a new restaurant in Las Vegas this week that includes a legitimate wedding chapel. This comes in conjunction with their new breakfast special, the Grand Slam Annul That Ma'am meal. A recent report has shown that over 1/3 of the Human Rights Museum staff has left the project since construction began on the new Winnipeg landmark. Although the monument will be pivotal in calling attention to human rights, maybe someone could tell them about human resources. Good office joke, Brad. Golf later? Oh, your wife's leaving you? Happy almost Friday, buddy. Palestine was officially recognized as a state after a landslide vote at the UN in favor of the motion. Israel was extremely pleased with the decision and welcomed their new neighbors with open arms. We're just effing with you. They are pissed. Wow, they are very pissed. Yeah, the victim of a 2006 shooting in Calgary said in court last week she was not seriously harmed in the attack thanks to the bullet hitting her breast implant. She said it also helped that there were several dozen men on the scene offering to pour champagne on the wound. A Manitoba resident won the $1 million prize in McDonald's Monopoly contest this week. To collect the prize, the winner was summoned to the restaurant on Selkirk in Maine, where the winning coffee was purchased. Said one local resident, "The streets will feast tonight." Saskatchewan has approved a new method for funeral homes to dispose of bodies. Winnipeggers will recognize the method as Free Day. An actress who appeared in an anti-Muslim film blamed for sparking violence in the Middle East has lost her appeal in California to have the trailer for the film Innocence of Muslims taken down from YouTube. Cindy Lee Garcia said she was duped by the producer and the script she'd been given referenced neither Muslims nor Muhammad. Here to comment about the art of tricking girls into movies is Chachi Josh Versace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry about the bag there, Dan. I just came from 3 gyms.
This thing smells like cum.
Yeah, I come a little when I pump.
That's horrible.
Well,
all right. Look, you are a strip club owner. You're a little experienced in tricking women, convincing women into starring on videos that they may or may not want to be a part of.
That's right, Dan. I'm pretty deceptive. I'm practiced in the art of trickery when it comes to getting girls on the films. I got a couple pointers I bring in the show. Originally, to give y'all a background, I was an intern on Girls Gone Crazy, which is that show where the girls take off their shirts and we give them a shirt. But I was fired from my trickery because whenever they took off the shirt, I'd steal the shirt and sell it. 0% overall production budget. We just needed cameras. But I got fired for stealing. Anyhow, Dan, moving on and upwards. Thanks for giving me so much, Dan. Real hot topic. Firecracker over here. Anyhow, next up, just tell girls that The Bachelor's going to be on set. You don't even have to know The Bachelor's name, Dan. You just be like, "Oh, is that Devin Sanchez?" Yeah.
I haven't known his name easy since like second season.
Exactly. All you have to do is say yeah. They'll say his name. You say yeah. I've been doing it for 7 years. They show up. There's no Bachelor. You got him on film. Next up, there's going to be people who are smarter than that, and that's why all girls, no matter what their EQ3 is, they'll follow a trail of well-placed jelly beans. Invariably.
You're saying jelly beans?
Unequivocally. Jelly beans.
Regardless of how smart they are.
They might eat the jelly beans or they might just follow the jelly beans, but it is a science faction. Chicks love jelly beans. And hardcore chicks love black
So
licorice.
what do you find that jelly beans...
Most of my porno is based on black licorice cravings.
Do you find women prefer length or width in black licorice?
I don't know. They could love a nib or they could love the full Zeller's bag for $1. Or Target now.
Oh, they can have the whole bags, more than one.
It's $1 for licorice.
Damn.
Ultimately, I'd use licorice, but chicks are more attracted to jelly beans.
Fair enough. And The Bachelor, I guess.
And The Bachelor, yeah. If you got like a line of jelly beans leading to a picture of The Bachelor, you could just have a waiver right beside it.
And they'll sign it.
Absolutely. Chicks love jelly beans.
And then you could just hit them with black licorice after.
Well, Dan, I'm
Not
not into
like
that
hit,
kind of,
I mean, I meant like...
Hit them with, like how? Just give it to them?
Well, yeah, give it to them, yeah.
Don't be disgusting, Dan.
I wish I had my own strip club.
Well, my values have been compromised. I bid you good day.
Chachi Josh Versace, everybody. Didn't think those values could be compromised. Speaking of values, Pope Benedict was on hand to greet over 1,000 clowns, acrobats, puppeteers, and other circus performers this week at the Vatican. When asked by the media how he liked the performance, the Pope said, "Oh wait, you guys saw that too? Thank God, I was worried I was just tripping balls." Pope fans. A company in Texas has announced that it has developed the technology to create loaves of bread that do not develop mold for 60 days. 7-Eleven has purchased the patent, but only plans to start selling the bread 61 days after they arrive in the store. The Rum Hut from the old Winnipeg Stadium was sold at auction for $10,000 this week. We'd like to remind folks that the cost of creating your own Rum Hut hovers around $45. U.S. scientists have released a new study that suggests Bigfoot is real. The study claims that the creature is the result of human females mating with an unknown hominid. When asked why a woman would ever mate with an animal, one scientist responded, "Let's just say this, we used to call this thing Big Dick." And that's the news. Ah, yeah! We'll be right back with our guests, Scott and Yanin.
Tyler Penner. He looks for change at the beach without a metal detector. He raps along with his favorite artists and doesn't not say the N-word. He's lied about voting in every province. Tyler Penner is the most regular jack-off in the world.
I don't normally drink beer, but when I do, I probably stole it from your house.
Rumors Restaurant and Comedy Club. From December 4th to December 15th, Daryl Lennox is here. Then, from December 18th to December 22nd, Paul Meyerhog from Just for Laughs. Details online at www.rumorscomedyclub.com.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Welcome back, everybody. How are you feeling, Jordan?
Fantastic.
Oh, great. Hey, what kind of bread do you like?
You trying to say I eat a lot of bread? I'm a rye guy. I like rye.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that's what I'm sure everyone was wondering. Let's give it up for our very first guest this evening. Actually, we only have one guest in the evening, so let's give it up for our guest this evening, Scott and Yanin Cranwill of Soap Scum.
Soap Scum!
Hey!
Hey, brother. Good to see you.
I'm a hugger.
Let's do it. Bring it in.
Yeah, how you doing?
What's up?
Good to see you. Oh, good.
Yeah. You smell nice.
That's
Thank
nice.
you, you did as well.
Thank you.
Then pass
It's
it
not my
down.
shirt, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
the
go.
gravy.
Yeah.
And
Spices.
perfect.
Thank you.
Hey!
Thank you.
Yeah, so, you guys are married, right?
Yes. Yes. Technically, yes. Officially, legally.
Oh, okay.
It is now.
You winked.
How are things? How are you guys?
With our marriage, pretty good. I guess there's times for everyone where you question some of the choices that you've made.
Where's your ring?
I've lost
your
it.
ring?
Jesus. If anyone sees any other questions?
Yeah, sure.
That's a good one to start with. Thank
Yeah,
you.
why don't we move on? You guys perform in the...
I don't want to talk about the marriage anymore. I just want to get off that.
This is a Ben move. I learned this from Ben.
Actually, here, Scott.
you know, always hit on the guest.
Now, you have been doing Soap Scum. You're on your 7th season now.
That's true. We're about to start our 7th season.
Right. How long have you been married for?
How many seasons?
For 13. We just celebrated our 13th anniversary just August.
Yes.
Nice. Round of applause. 13 years. It's good. And it's good that you guys are able to check with each other and not have animosity afterward.
Yes, we
It was
both
Applebee's,
know.
right?
We both know we don't know.
We both know. Yeah.
So Soap Scum is improvised theater, and it is like a linear story. Every season you guys have a plot line, I understand.
Yes,
Yes.
that's exactly right.
And what is the current plot line currently?
Well, you're very right in that it is a plot line every year, and that's all we know going into
Right.
it. So it's improvised, but the one thing that stays true is that it's a soap opera, and so like any soap opera, it has a theme. Like Days of Our Lives theme is, you know, days, and General Hospital, for example, is
Also
about
days.
adultery. In hospitals, and this season is about a hotel, and the title of this season is called
Estate of Affairs.
because estates are often hotels.
Change the title.
Yeah, the state of affairs.
Six.
Do
explain
you
that later.
play recurring characters, or do you play a different character each time? I imagine because it's linear, you probably have to have a few regulars. But do you have a regular cast each week, or do people come in and drop in,
We have
if
a
you will?
main core that we have. There's about six, seven of us.
There's about 6, actually 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
6 or 7, but we'll stick with 7. They are the same characters throughout the entire season. And then we have our guests who come in weekly. Tim Gray, actually.
Exactly.
Your very own. Yeah.
That's right. That's
very
where
own.
he is this evening,
Yes,
actually.
he is. Yeah.
Yes.
Traitor!
Thanks, Tim.
He's rehearsing.
Yeah. But then we have our supporting cast as well, who are in about twice a month, and just people who can't commit to the whole month. And
Right.
It's weekly. You guys know how hard it is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And
Not
by the end of
really.
it, you want to just murder everyone.
I don't show up to meetings.
Really?
I'm surprised they let me do this, to be honest with you.
We have a lot in
Yeah,
common.
they were saying that too. They were It's a good crew. Chatty crew.
He's got a big gravy problem.
That's okay.
Guys, I couldn't make it. I'm knee deep in a pool full of gravy right now.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
Don't
Gravy's
ask.
expensive. That's a high class thing.
Spent a
So
lot of time with
Thanks
the
for
Colonel.
That's true. Gravy goes with prime rib.
yeah,
It's served in all
and
your
money.
fancy-
It's gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stupid. Thanks. I like these guys.
Now,
Fit right. I think I'm going to join Soap Scum.
You're welcome.
how did Soap
Chris
Scum
Kay?
all get
Beer.
started?
Done.
A friend of ours, one of the founding members, Peter Nadolny, and another friend had come up with this idea for a show, and so the two of them were talking, said, let's do the show, and then we kicked the other guy out, and then we took over the show. And,
team.
yeah, you know, it was just a sort of a
Hostile
conception
takeover.
thing where a bunch of us who had worked together in the past wanted to do something fun, that we didn't have to memorize lines, that we could do with our friends. And we did, and Park Theater was good enough to have us,
Yeah,
and
Eric
we've stayed there ever
Castleman,
since.
Has it always been at the park?
Yeah,
It's
it's our
always
home. Yeah, since the very
Nice.
beginning.
Yeah.
Now, Chantel Marostica also works on the
Yeah.
show. She's
Yes.
also a cast member,
She's
I
a core
believe.
cast
She
member.
is.
Yeah, she wanted me to ask you guys about funny stories when people get way too drunk backstage.
Funny stories.
Don't involve us.
Yeah. Well, we learned really early
The
on
kids watching.
this one time
your father and I.
that it is
were
it's really fun to be in a show like that where you can. It's like a beer league. It's like bowling, you know, like where you can have a few drinks and have some fun, but there is a line, you know.
That
Don't
we've all-
fight your dad.
Right. Never.
What I learned at Beer League. Did you guys learn that lesson?
We learned it.
We
First
have.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there's funny stories. I know there are. Yeah. Can we tell them?
No.
Actually, that's where our children
That's
were.
where you have to shoot.
Conceptualized. All right, well, where can people go to see Soap Scum, and what time does it start at? Obviously, Park Theater on Mondays. When?
South Osborne, 698.
698 Osborne Street is the Park Theater. Everyone knows
Yeah.
it. It's become a Winnipeg staple.
Yeah, show starts at 8. No. Yeah,
Not
8.
yet. Not tonight.
Not
though.
tonight,
That
though.
starts at January 14th.
Yes.
The new
Starts
season?
Yes.
New season, and we're going to go every Monday right into June. Just so we're done in time for Fringe
Fringe.
festivals and all that, and
Right.
you know, actors need to act and that with paying shows.
I
so,
can't
Yes.
stand actors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither can we.
That's why we don't
Yeah.
use them in our show.
Yeah, perfect. It's the perfect way around
Us
it.
either.
I just got this little masturbating luchador instead. He takes care of all the acting I need to do.
Oh,
And writing.
season passes. Season passes are available. Yeah.
How much are they?
$40 whole dollars.
$40.
Cool deal.
It is for a whole season.
It's a
It's a
steal
wicked
and a half.
deal. And
Yeah,
he's got beer on tap now, which we have been pushing for.
Does he make it himself?
That's perfect.
Is that
and
gonna
he's
sell?
got
Yeah.
beer. Big round of applause for Scott and Yanin. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Thanks for coming down.
January. Check out the new season of Soap Scum. We'll be right back with a sweet outro.
Tyler Penner. He hates Miracle Whip almost as much as he hates his father. He can be racist, both accidentally and on purpose. He thinks a smoothie is a gay milkshake. Tyler Penner is the most regular jack-off in the world.
I don't normally drink beer, but when I do, I get f***ing hammered.
For a taste of royalty, head to 120 King Street. Just look at that wood. Week Thus Far tapes at the King's Head Pub every Monday live at 8 p.m.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. It's time to wrap this mother up. Thank you once again for joining us this week. Big round of applause to our audience. We'll be checking for heart rates as you guys are leaving. Also, Scott and Yanin, thank you for joining us this evening.
for
You guys
having
are
us.
awesome.
Thank you.
You guys are great. Also, thank you to Jordan Wellwood for wearing that sweet shirt and tie, helping us out.
One guy. Appreciate that, fella.
Jordan's just one man. He
Just
can only
one
do
man.
so much.
That's all I can do.
Also, thanks to Will and the King's Head Pub. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, before we all fall asleep, we're going to wake the F up for our musical guest because they have some sound to be heard. Give it up for the Fantastic.
Keep it going.
Let me tell you about my brother. See, it seems I've got you cornered again. Got a sharp perception. This might be the time. Just walk away. Nod your head and smile. One bottle away. I put away. One bottle away. And I'm not afraid to tell you just what I'm thinking. One bottle away, I'm drowning in my drinking. One bottle away. And what I'll say is so important. Try me if you catch it, repeating myself. See, I thought you knew that one guy. I'll just start again, repeating myself. I think I'm repeating myself. One bottle away, I'm living life in a better time. One bottle away. One bottle away, I put it away. One bottle away, and I'm not afraid to tell you just what I think.